right. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear that through the mic. Creaky, not creepy. Hopefully. Ew. Mm. The Who is creepy though. The World Health Organization. This whole thing that they got going on coming up, where they want to supersede the government, and they can claim that there is a risk, and therefore they have to take over for the government. It's called the Pandemic Treaty. Just look it up real quick. Make sure I'm not talking out of my butt. WHO Pandemic Treaty. Two days ago, 12 hours ago. Let's. About this result. Advanced search. Whoa. Caps lock. Then narrow your results. See, past 24 hours. Experts warn about deferring hard parts of pandemic treaty for later. Here's what the chimney. Okay, they're both from Devix. Biden's pandemic treaty empowers. This is 6 hours ago. 12 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 24 hours ago, 11 hours ago. The most recent one is 6 hours ago. Let's start with that. Biden's global pandemic agreement empowers WHO, China conservatives warn. How is it Biden's? How is anything Biden's? You mean the script that he's reading? But ching. Come on, man. Congressional Republicans are calling on President Joe Biden to abandon plans for a pandemic treaty that would strengthen the World Health Organization, citing that global body's numerous failures during the COVID-19 pandemic. Senator Ron Johnson, backed by about half of all Senate Republicans, signed a letter to Biden urging him to withdraw from two agreements with the World Health Organization that would boost its authority to declare public health emergencies and give it new powers over the U.S. and 192 other member states during such emergencies. This is probably the scariest thing that I've ever heard of. This pandemic treaty is making me poop my pants. Because all they have to do is declare a public health emergency, like they did not too long ago, and now it has more power than our government. If that doesn't scare you, you don't understand. You couldn't possibly understand what this means. Let's see if we can get more info on this. The existing rules allow the World Health Organization, with the consent of member nations, to declare a public health emergency of international concern. The amendment will allow the WHO to do so over the objection of member nations. Hey, Rick.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any
Stand by,
time.
guys.
You may begin speaking now.
Hey, Master Cookie.
Hey, Carmen.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling me.
uh, I sent you a couple emails, but I forgot to tell you something in one of them. I wanted to tell you.
I'm all ears.
Okay. Uh, just before my arrest, I was in my cabin. The night before, it was my ex-mom-in-law's birthday, and I was down there getting her gift ready. And I never got it up to the house. For some reason, I was afraid to leave the cabin. I don't know why. I just felt like something was coming for me. And so
Ew.
her gift is in the cabin, in my cabin. It's wrapped in white tissue paper, and it has a pink ribbon wrapped all the way around it, kind of a spiral around it. And it's up at the head of my bed where my pillow is. And I wanted you to text my daughter and ask her to go down there and get it and give it to my ex-mom-in-law.
Okay.
Can you do that?
It's on your pillow.
It's next. It's in the basket next to my pillow, in a white basket next to my pillow, like where I sleep. And it's white. It's white tissue paper, and it's wrapped with a pink ribbon wrapped around it. She'll see it. She'll know it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I
all I
took
wanted
notes.
to tell you.
That's it?
I told you I had a release date, right?
Your new release date, May 16th?
That's right. But I sent the captain a letter today here, and I'm going to get him to get me another waiver so I can just go ahead and get rid of all of it before I leave. So it may be extended a bit, but probably not by much.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay, darling. Well, I'm going to let you get on with your evening. It's so loud at night. It's so hard to hear.
Okay.
Okay?
No problem.
All right. Great to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. I'll talk to you. Are
Wish
you
I had
want me
more
to
to
call you
say.
tomorrow? In the morning?
Tomorrow I'm going to a movie premiere in Connecticut, so I'm going to have to leave
Oh.
probably in the late morning. I'll be around for your phone call, though.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for you.
The guy told
Awesome.
me
Okay.
that I'm going to be on the red carpet, so I got a haircut and shave today. I'm going to wear my
Luke, that's
suit.
crazy. I'm so happy for you. That's exciting. Okay, you have to tell me about it in the morning, please, okay?
All right.
Okay, I'll call you. I'll call you
Sounds
at
good.
7 or 8, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
early. Okay. Okay, honey.
It's
I'll talk to you then. You sleep well. Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
That's Carmen Joy, Rick. Carmen Joy is going to be... Let's see if I can find a picture of us together. Obviously a tuned picture, but she's great. Really talented musician, awesome voice, like you're saying, and she wants to do nutritional fasting. She wants to follow my every, um, you know, she wants to follow the program to the T. She came once before many years ago and lost 30 pounds, and it'll be good to have the process on camera this time more so. The last time she came, I was in a relationship with an off again, on again relationship with the girl from Canada. So I was hiding Carmen because I didn't want Janie to find out that I had somebody staying with me. She would have ruined it. But I also wasn't equipped like I am now. I was making way less money, and I think just the relationship I've been in over the past like 5 years or more, it's made me a better man. Not reacting to female emotion. Females, they're emotional. Everybody knows that. And me, as the man in this house, I have to be like a rock, like a mountain. And I think I'm more like a mountain now. So I won't kick her out like I did last time when she went off the rails. Oh man, I don't want to talk bad about her. She's great. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna jam, and I told her I want her to have her own show on my network, where she's kind of like a DJ, and she can play like the Dickens. Another person who I want to have a show on my channel is Roberto. 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 He sent this video for me to play. And let's see if I can find it. Look at this. Look at these videos I'm watching. Last longer in bed. Girls' weaknesses. Oh my god. How to become more courageous, outgoing, and social. Ew. Stop being boring. Really? So, why is it not? Okay, it's not that far back. I tell the female I'm talking to, she's fire and I'm water. Alright. That'll work, huh? Streamed 4 hours ago. Master ejaculation control. Secrets to endless stamina. An hour and a half long? Hold on. Let me pause that. Just put it on my to watch list. Let's see here. Now, hold on. I'm going to go to my text messages. Robbie wants me to do Warrior Soul. Oh, I didn't actually like this song though, that much. But I'll play it for you, Robbie. Let's see if we can get through it. He kind of likes these long songs. How long is this? 10 minutes? Robbie, there's no way, bro. I can't. Most replayed. Brr. I don't know if she's talking marriage when we only text and sometimes audio chat. What the Robbie. I mean, not Robbie, sorry, Ricky. I had Robbie's name in my head. Ricky. Let me send you some Instagram videos. Is she Muslim? I may not be the one. Am I misleading her? Yes, if you don't tell her that you don't want to get married. But you could say, I'm not sure. That's not misleading her. Unless that's not true. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to get married? You can't watch this video, I'm sorry. I'm glad Carmen called because I can't get into this. This is just going to turn the whole energy of the stream. How dare I what, Londos? Okay, let's see what we got going on here. These stories, I mean. Freedom Caucus on alert for possible moves against it by GOP leaders. Is this for real? The Floor Action Response Team, shorthanded as FART, aims to guard against an unannounced request to pass resolutions that would limit the group's leverage. Is this a joke? The Floor Action Response Team? Do they aim to guard fresh air in the hallway? I tell her let's hold hands first, but I'm pretty sure on not wanting the life sentence. Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a Pandora's box type situation, Rick. I mean, maybe you don't have any other options, and that's why you're even entertaining that. But you know what I think? Here's what I could say about this. Watch this guy Casey Zander. Intro, Interzone, Drugs, God, and the New Republic, 1990. Warrior Soul's an American heavy metal band. Okay. Sweet. 1990 though. The band hit the scene in New York City right before 1990's grunge. Yo, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Robbie. Here's what I'm gonna show you. I think this might help. Take it for what it's worth, right? Casey Zander. Okay. This causes women to pull away and exit relationships. Women only feel connection to a man via feelings of uncertainty and emotional tension. Women cannot feel love for you unless she is scared to lose you. It's opposite thinking than what we've been brainwashed by Hollywood. So if you want her to want you, tell her you don't want to get married. Tell her you're pretty sure that you think marriage is a life sentence. And watch how she chases you. That's all I'm going to say, Rick. Take it for what it's worth. I'm just basing it on, look, see these red lines? Okay, that's 20 minutes. 30 minutes. We're just roughly adding these numbers together. 40 minutes. 50 minutes. 60 minutes from 8 days ago. In 8 days, I've watched an hour of expert advice. This guy, at the end of every video, he promotes his coaching group, his online training and coaching group. I believe it's $1,000 a month, and he's got hundreds of people. This guy's a millionaire. If not a millionaire now, on his way to becoming a millionaire. People would not be paying him if his stuff didn't work. Okay? Casey Zander with a Z. That's his name. That's his... At Casey Zander. Right there. He calls it masculine behavioral technique. MBT. At the end of every video, he promotes his MBT webinar. And then he tries to sell you on his... I think it might be $600 or $1,000 a year to be in his group. Shit works, man. It's opposite. Women choose to emotionally invest in the men who often treat them the worst. Cold female nature. When you commit to a woman, she automatically has an emotional response of wanting somebody better. because the dynamic has to be her and you. She wants to date up. It's called hypergamy. She's always looking for the bigger, better deal. And that's in her nature to be with somebody who can provide for her and her children. So by you saying that she's good enough, you put yourself even with her, and now she wants to find somebody better. You never heard this stuff before? Hypergamy. Class is in session, Lundos. You're not teaching your blue pill stuff around here. He's not lying. Wait, how come this didn't? Here we go. Hypergamy. Let's see. Upload date. Wife watched the divorce good guy and have fun. Streamed 9 hours ago. Who's this? Living like TC. The true payoff of hypergamy. Let's see. This guy's an actual psychiatrist. Lundos, you probably appreciate this guy.
After all the time and effort expended to align with the criteria of hypergamy, the payoff is not that a woman is ultimately provided security and material resources, or even that a man is offered sex and a relationship. The payoff is the growth and prosperity that redound to the man as a result. What does this mean? Well, a top 10% man can only indirectly benefit a woman, and then only if she can acquire and maintain access to the man. However, a top 10% man directly benefits himself. He directly benefits from being stronger and wealthier and higher status. These things are primarily good for him and at best only secondarily good for others. Even if much of his wealth and status are stripped from him by a divorce or a breakup, he remains the source of that value, and he became the source of that value in the transformational process of becoming a top 10% man. After all the time and effort expended to...
That's not what I thought it was. Let's see this guy.
Every man is going to compete after he's married, regardless. Like, hypergamy is a real thing. Respectfully, by the way, it is very, very real, and it is something that you're constantly going to be doing in your life is competing. So performance.
You have a burden of performance.
Yeah, men do have a burden of performance, and it's very important that you realize that and accept that ugly truth of the world. You can get mad at women and blame it on women, but the truth of the matter is, unless you're doing the work to maximize every part of you in every way, then you should look at no one but yourself. So go find a mirror, my friend, instead of typing on this channel and talking shit about how women are hypergamous. We already know that. So all you can do is build yourself up to the man that you would never leave. Every man is going to compete after he's married.
That's facts.
Whenever I have a roster, there are obviously X amount of people on the roster, but there's always like 1 or 2 people that I want to text back.
There's a word for that.
It's called hypergamy. You ever heard of that?
Hypergamy?
Yeah, have you
Okay,
heard?
I'll Google. The action of forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background.
Look at you, hypergamous and yeah. What's up?
I thought that was like every girl though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hell? She solved it. That was good. That was the best alley-oop we ever had in the show, ever. The thing
Oh,
is,
shit.
because hypergamy mostly applies to women. Women are more hypergamous than men. So when you say that, isn't that all women? Yeah, that's fucking all women. Good shit. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people what's the most you've had on a roster at once?
Whenever I have a roster,
Uh-huh.
there are
They're getting
obviously
subscribed.
X
These
amount
guys
of
look
people on
funny
the-
as fuck. Pre-game conference. Can you solve all your problems alone? See, we're reasonable, open-minded people. He might have a point. And on our Women's History Month. Insecurity had her there in the beginning. If you're wondering why would he be dating a terrorist, she was not having it. Okay. Here you go. This one's for you, bro.
I would try to talk to some girls in like a more serious way, and I'd be like genuine and kind and nice, and I would notice that that's when they become so uninterested. You can't be that nice to them. What the fuck? You've experienced that.
No, you're absolutely right.
You had examples like that, right?
I do. The last 2 serious girls I've considered, both girls lost attraction for me after I started investing too much. And you know about this.
Yeah, you got the live
And it's
stream.
yeah,
The live stream. The live stream, baby. Let's go.
And you know that it was immediately after I started investing too much that these girls started backing off.
Yeah.
Even though in the beginning they seemed so interested. They hit me like both these girls expressed interest first.
Yeah.
I was just living my life. So biggest mistake, I had to learn those lessons the hard way. I had to learn it twice, unfortunately.
It's true.
With two different girls. Fuck.
Said Pepe.
I
Two
know
different
better. I know
girls
better
is still it's actually I would try to talk to some girls in like a more serious.
All right, let's move on. You get the idea, right? Rick? Hope that helps. Okay. Okay. Fart. We're back to the fart. Conservatives in the House Freedom Caucus are signing up to take shifts to monitor the chamber floor in order to prevent their own party leaders from making unilateral moves that could curb their power. The fart team aims to guard against an unannounced request to pass resolutions that would stealthily limit their leverage against leadership. While one of the Republicans said the group largely doesn't expect major developments, members also don't want to be caught flat-footed if a GOP colleague tried to seek unanimous consent or a voice vote for a resolution that would change the House's structure. Two potential examples of threats the Freedom Caucus perceives: the removal of its members from the Rules Committee or changes to agreements made at the beginning of this Congress with former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. It's a troubling sign for Speaker Mike Johnson, who's trying to pass a foreign aid package that deeply divides his conference amid a growing ouster threat from his right. While what's that, Republican? Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, oh, she's the best one, spearheads that push to boot him, a greater number of rank-and-file House Republicans are calling for changes to the concessions McCarthy gave conservatives in order to win the gavel last year. I have no idea what's going on right now. The huge amount of intra-party power the former speaker had to give to the right flank is making it nearly impossible for Johnson to govern with his tiny majority in the eyes of those Republicans. During a Wednesday meeting with the Speaker and the Republican Main Street Group, members of that more establishment-minded bloc pitched Johnson on two changes, according to two other Republicans familiar with the matter. The first would remove Representatives Thomas Massie, Chip Roy, and Ralph Norman from the Rules Panel, ending an effective conservative stranglehold on the pivotal panel that preps bills for floor debate. There were a number of members who told him that he should not allow malcontents to serve on the Rules Committee. The second proposed change by Main Street members was to raise the threshold required for majority party members to force a vote on ousting a speaker from its current number of 1. Members of that group argued that McCarthy's offers to the right, giveaways that ultimately helped end his term as Speaker, are handcuffing Johnson. Okay. You want to talk about RFK? This is not interesting to me anyway. So I got this text today from Suzanne. She's the coordinator. Long Island, New York, voter rally with U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You know I'm going to that the day after my birthday. Join independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for a voter rally at Via Lombardi's. Dang! Oh, he's flying into MacArthur, maybe? Yo, this is far. I'm all the way over here. Directions. "48 minutes? Okay, not too bad. His family will not endorse him. I saw a poll today. I posted it on my Instagram. In a two-way race, Kennedy versus Trump. 64% said Kennedy. It's a blowout, Lundos. It's an actual blowout. It's going to be an actual blowout. No, not even Democrats are voting for Biden. And Trump is not going to win. There's just too much bad things about Trump for him to win. Too much bad things about him. You know, I gave him a chance. I voted for him against Hillary. I voted for him against Biden. But the way that he handled COVID, to me, was a deal breaker. Complete deal breaker. Complete and utter deal breaker. I've thought it through. And Trump does not have an anti-vaccine law group called Children's Health Defense. And I've been getting emails from these guys for years before Kennedy decided to run. Look, it won't even come up until you press it in. Children's Health Defense. Parents' Guide to Healthy Children. Do you think Trump has a website? A Parents' Guide to Healthy Children? The Wuhan cover-up? Protect yourself and your family? Come on, man. Electromagnetic radiation and wireless? Vax, unvax. Vax, unvax. Let the science speak. This guy is speaking my language, Lundos. I've thought this through a lot. More than you. I don't know that I'll be able to get within arm's reach of this guy, Rick, but I definitely would love to. And also take Sir Doyle. Kennedy will discuss his plans to restore the middle class, unravel corporate capture of our government agencies, unwind the war machine, end the chronic disease epidemic, reduce the national debt, make homes affordable again, and protect our constitutional rights. He will also share the campaign strategy to get the Kennedy-Shanahan ticket on the ballot in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. In New York, organizing efforts have been ongoing for months in anticipation of our petition drive, which begins 2 days ago. We have thousands of volunteers in all of the state's 63 counties who are stepping up for this historic effort. The campaign will collect more than 45,000 valid signatures during the 6-week window, so 6 weeks from 2 days ago. No independent presidential candidate has achieved ballot access in New York within the short time span being imposed upon us. Is he a Trojan horse? Probably. But aren't they all? I learned that with Trump. People say, oh yeah. What would they say? Oh yeah, Trump didn't know. He did the best he could with the information he was given. Bull dust. Trump was put there to fool the Republicans and get them to take his Project Warp Speed experiment in their arm. And I know several people who are Republicans and did it, including the laundromat owner. And he distracts people on issues that are non-issues. He didn't build the wall. He didn't drain the swamp. He raised the national debt of this country more than all presidents before him combined. That's what Trump did. He raised the national debt more than all previous presidents combined. I gotta tell my dad that, because he's a Trumper. Okay, moving on. How about this one? States seek to ban junk snack foods linked to cancer. Many products commonly found in pantries in American households contain chemical additives linked to cancer. Oh boy, I can't wait! Can't wait to bring this to my ex-wife's attention. I can't wait to bring this to my ex-wife's attention, right in her kitchen, in front of her new man, in front of their, what is it called? Pantry. Right there. Among the cancer-causing foods are many products commonly found in pantries in American households, including Flamin' Hot Cheetos, General Mills Lucky Charms cereal, Oreo cookies, and Gatorade! Some of the artificial dyes targeted by lawmakers have been associated with serious health complications. Health complications! Including Yellow 6. Oh, I wonder if this could be a reason why certain boys get ADD. And then they give them Adderall on top of that. Wow. Meth. Let's give the kid amphetamine and cancer-causing chemicals. Wow, amazing. Yeah, I like to take it and I'll go, whoosh, bam, right on the fridge. I'll print it on this, I forgot the name of it. It's a certain size. Oh, excuse me. This is Ahmad's rank. I forgot to sign it before I, what do you call it? Laminated it. So I might do it again, or I might just sign on top of this. And I'm going to attach his belt down here. I forgot the name of the size of this. It's not letter, it's not legal, it's something. 11 by 17. Letter is 8.5 by 11. Legal is 8.5 by 14. This one is 11 by 17. I'm going to get banned from the house. You know, I was thinking about that, Lundos. I was definitely thinking about that. And here's what I came up with. I'm sure you're going to poo-poo the idea, but here's what I'm thinking. I don't know what that means. Foolscap? Is that a word, or are you just making this up? Oh, foolscap paper. No, you're wrong. 13 by 18. Shoot. Paper size. It's gonna just jump right out to me. There you go. Tabloid. That's not the word I had learned. Alright. That's not the word I was thinking of. And that's not what it's called at Staples and FedEx, where I do my printing. Anyway. Here's what I was thinking. What's worse? Me getting kicked out of our house, but my son's hearing the truth, or me sitting idly by while they get taught that it's okay to be poisoned. You know, I thought that being with my sons would be worth anything, and what I've learned is that they've watched me become emasculated in front of them. To be put down, to be ineffective, to be walked over, to be a pushover. That I just allow them to be poisoned by her and her new man. And just, what? What's contact, Lundos? What's contact? Is contact always a good thing? Is contact always a good thing? Is some contact worse than no contact? Just a question. I haven't decided. Obviously, what I've been doing hasn't been working because, they don't want to talk to me. My sons don't call me. My sons don't text me. I mean, I don't blame them. But when I do see them, I get abused. I get abused like she abuses me, verbally. Puts me down, and is sarcastic, criticizing, like I'm a piece of shit. Which, I probably am. But I don't want to be. I want to be a good role model for them. I want to teach them that it's good to stand up for what you believe in. So let's go back to this because Londos, he eats this stuff. So obviously he's going to be biased. Some of the artificial dyes been associated with serious health complications. Found in Lucky Charms. Reportedly been linked to adrenal tumors. While blue number 1 found in Oreos raised concern over potential kidney tumors and nerve cell damage. New York? Let's go. Lucky Charms, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Oreos, and Gatorade. Yeah! Fuck Gatorade! I'm gonna try to go to bed at 10:30. By the way, guys, I don't want to look like fucking death's door tomorrow on the red carpet. Okay, what's next? Ho ho ho! Not the Skittles, right? "911 service provider Lumen blames 911 outage on installation of light pole." The outage of 911 systems in several states Wednesday evening was caused by the installation of a light pole. Okay. Some customers in Nevada, South Dakota, and Nebraska experienced an outage due to a third-party company installing a light pole unrelated to our services. Oh boy. The outage lasted less than 3 hours. Ooh, 3 hours, a lot could happen. A lot could happen in 3 hours. No Doyle tomorrow. I'm going to be in Connecticut for a red carpet ceremony and movie premiere from one of my Facebook friends. Sunday. Okay, trying to get somebody else to come stay here. Please dress properly. I'm wearing a suit, bro. I'm gonna be on the red carpet. Please dress properly. I got better outfits than you, Londos. You look like every man. I got style, Londos. I got unique style. I'm a trendsetter. 3 hours is not good though. I hope everybody, I don't know, survived. What else? Yeah, I'm trying to get this other person to come out here. She's in Connecticut. I'm hoping I'll be able to bring her back with me. She's in an unhappy relationship because the guy isn't into health and fitness. But she has a job there, so we're trying to figure out how she can get a job out here, and then I'll move her in. Okay. Oh. Kennedy family to endorse Biden. Okay, Londos already said that. Let's see here. Microplastics in brains? Nah. So much bad news. Europe gives TikTok 24 hours to explain addictive and toxic new app. What about my girlfriend? As long as I don't cheat on her, having another woman live with me will trigger her jealousy and cause her to become more attention seeking. It will increase her desire for me, and her behavior will become more desirable for me. Yeah, as long as I don't cheat on her, because if I do, it still might work, but she also still might dump me, because that's a risk. But the jealousy could trigger her to chase me even more. Say goodbye? Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take. If we've been dating for a long time and she's never done my cleansing program, and it's just about sex and a little bit of companionship, I need to be with people who are going to move me forward in my life. I don't want to be stuck in the same spot anymore. The sex is incredible. She's really pretty, and I like, being with her. But it doesn't get me any closer to my kids. So that's what it is, Londos. That's why I don't mess with you anymore. What do you do for my life? Besides, you could stay on the chat, but it's Thursday. You said you were coming out on Thursday, right? Exactly. You could stay in the chat, but that's it. No offense, Rick. I know you're in California. I just feel like if you were here, you'd be more of a team player. Lundos, he just likes to talk trash on the internet. He thinks he's a pro wrestler. And you are like a pro wrestler, Lundos. Fake. Haha, take that. You have to be willing to lose a woman to keep her. That's the thing. Like what I was saying before with the Casey Zander stuff, Rick. You have to be able to lose the woman. You have to be okay with losing her in order to keep her. Because if she feels any insecurity, like you need her, that's it. She's going to go for that hypergamous choice, which is somebody who's better, who doesn't need her, because that means he's above her. You get it? Hypergamy is all about from here to here. She wants to go from here, and she wants to date here. It's in her nature. You can't think about a solution to this. It's just the way it is. So in order for you to be here, you have to see her down here. And that's, I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. It's not like contempt, like, oh, I'm better than you. But yeah, you have to think that you could do better. You have to think that she's the one who's getting the better deal. Of course, like I said, I do enjoy her company. Status is status. That's a quote by Michael Sartain. Status is status is status, and they don't care about it, Rick. Caring is something that they can think about. It's it's instinctual. It's instinctual, Rick. Because somebody who doesn't need her has the qualities that are going to that indicate that he's high value, right? He's high value. And if he doesn't need her, that shows that he's up there. Other things is like pre-selection, other women want you, and that's what I'm talking about, having other women stay with me. Not just for, I'm not trying to make it all about my girlfriend. Like I said, if she's not doing anything for my life besides a good time, you know, I have to think about my sons. It's already been too long and too far gone. And I'm moving forward. And she can either come with me or not. But let's see, status is status. Michael Sartain. With all due respect, what caused your divorce? Why do you have to say with all due respect? Status is status is status. Let's see. Can I put this in the chat? Is there a smaller version? The status game. How to use it to your advantage for success. Okay. With the man himself, Dan Bilzerian. Status poverty line explained. Michael Sartain's thoughts on high status women. Never admit what they actually find attractive in men. Crushes his client's excuse. Why status is everything in dating. Well, there you go, Rick. Here's what he says. Oh, because it's not really your business? Yeah, I mean, it was multiple factors. I won't say anything about what she did, but on my end, it was bad sex, because I didn't know about Tantra back then. So bad sex, that's probably the major thing. Oh, and money, because I left UFC and I wasn't able to provide. She needed $1,500 a month plus groceries, and at the time I was coming out of the UFC, so I was shopping everything organic at Whole Foods, $500 grocery bills per week sometimes. So, I couldn't I went with the groceries. I didn't give her the mortgage money, and I looked it up, and you could live for years, literally years, without paying your mortgage, and they can't kick you out. I looked it up, and we ended up selling the house, not because of the mortgage, for another reason. Because the pipes froze and I couldn't afford to. She was long gone out of the house by then, but the pipes froze and I couldn't afford to fix them, and the town came in and boarded up the house, so I couldn't live there anyway, and I was flat broke, and she really wanted the money. I sold the house. I got 10 grand. 10 years later, Sammy. 10 years later from when we stopped paying the mortgage. If we stayed together, we could have been in that house for 10 years not paying the mortgage. The very most we would have had to spend was $1,500 for a lawyer to extend it even further. But we fought over those two things, plus her giving junk food to the kids was kind of the deal breaker for me, and that's when I blew up at her. And I think we were already divorced at that point. I don't know. It probably does not making me look good when I'm talking about how I fucked up my marriage. But if I could go back in time, I would have stayed together for the kids. Million, trillion, billion%. I made a lot of mistakes with that. Ow! I don't know, man. What do you want to learn about? Olympics or cyber attacks? Olympics or cyber attacks, guys? Olympics. You got it, Rick. Opinion. We all lose if the Olympic surveillance state becomes the norm. Oh, wow. That's actually freaking scary. The Olympic surveillance state becomes the norm. Yeah. The Paris 2024 Summer Olympics will kick off in 100 days, and all of a sudden things are getting real. 100 days, wow. This week, the Olympic flame was lit in Olympia amid choreographed pomp and pageantry. The flame will wend its way to Paris, where earlier this week, French President Emmanuel Macron revealed that in light of potential security threats, Olympic organizers have devised a backup plan for the Games' audacious opening ceremony, which is planned to flow down the Seine River with a boat for each country's delegation. The contrast between celebration and seriousness spotlights how the 2024 Paris Olympics will not only be a festival of sport, but also a smorgasbord of security measures. The Olympics have a long track record of supporting the augmentation of host cities and countries' state power through the passage of special laws and the procurement of sophisticated equipment. To many civil liberties advocates, the Games have become a smiley-faced ruse for soft-launching surveillance technologies that too often remain in place after the game's closing ceremony, largely normalizing invasive security practices. Wow! That's actually crazy. To be sure, the Olympics have a grim history with instances of terrorism. Exhibit A. What do I do for you, Londos? Good question. Good question. But why are you asking me that? I'm not here for you. Come on, man. Londos doesn't train, Sammy. He used to. He's too old and crippled now. He can't train. The guy gets hurt walking outside in the snow. He's in the commercial. I've fallen and I can't get up. He needs the clapper for his house. Clap on, clap off for Londos. I wonder if any of these Olympic terrorist attacks are false flags. You know what Londos does? He does the fake martial art that guys who are out of shape do so they don't have to actually train hard. The weapons training. He does let's let's be honest here and show what you actually do here, Lundos. Um, I want to show you. What is it called? Bikini Tertiary? You don't have your brain cells, Londos. Where's the fat guy doing knife fighting? I'm not saying you're fat, Londos. I'm just saying that people who do weapons training don't want to train hard. That's why you need a weapon. You don't do jujitsu anymore. Your black belt is out of use. Your black belt is in the closet collecting dust because you can't do break falls anymore. You're too fragile. If somebody does that jujitsu wrist throw on you, your whole arm will snap off. You need a knife. You need a knife to fight from now on. You need a stick to fight from now on. Your body's fragile. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me, Lundos. Breaking news, guys. Breaking news. This just came in. Alleged Israeli strikes. Exactly. He said, thank you for proving my point, Lundos. A gun. You don't even have to get close to somebody. That won't work on me, though. I'm the last dragon. Alleged Israeli strikes reported in Iran. Report. Syrian reports indicated airstrikes targeted sites belonging to the Syrian army in the As-Suwaida and Dara governorates of southern Syria. What? April 19th at whatever time that is. Oh, man, that's like tomorrow already. It's so breaking. It's tomorrow. The Last Dummy. That's actually a good one. Yeah! The Last Dummy. Longo's good with sticks and knife. Yeah, that's true. He does the Filipino arts because Danny Nosanto is his teacher's teacher. Ray's teacher trained under Dan. And Dan is Filipino. And Bruce Lee did martial arts, and he didn't do sport fighting. So he taught weapons. Yep. I believe he did. I know, you've seen him in a couple of movies. The nunchucks, the reed, the staff, the knife maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, the knife was in The Big Boss, I think. His first movie. PTK Cali. Is this your teacher, bro? This guy's Illuminati. Look at his... edged impact weapon. Edged weapon impact. Which way does it go? Edged weapon impact tactical combat. That's some embroidery. Holy. This is your teacher? Edged weapon impact tactical combat. Come on, man. Sammy. Wow. Look at that. Of all these, trying to think which one I would use. Probably this one. It looks like it has a back lock. And I'd use it to peel fruit. Where on Long Island would I train Kali? You asking me? Ask Lundos. I fight with my hands and feet. Pakiti Tercia Kali. Triangle system. Edged impact. Oh no, the triangle? Oh god. Somebody pulls out a weapon, I'm getting the fuck out of there, man. I only do fighting for sport. I don't want to get stabbed, and I definitely don't want to stab anybody. You got to be a sick puppy for that stuff, Londos. Oh. Anyway, let's finish this article. I'm going to bed. I should have been in bed an hour ago, but Rick messaged me, and also Blue Agate messaged me. Sensei John, Trigon Martial Arts. Okay. Who's Tim Wade? An Israeli missile strike targeted a site in Iran early Friday morning. See, the problem with weapons, there's always a bigger and better weapon. Okay, you got a knife. Okay, the other guy's got a sword. Okay, the other guy's got a gun. Okay, the other guy's got a bigger gun. Okay, the next guy, he's got a turret. The next guy has got a helicopter with a turret. You understand what I'm saying? Pretty soon you're dropping bombs everywhere. You're dropping atomic bombs and destroying the whole world. Just fight with your bare hands like a man. People want to lean on the weapon because if you fight with your bare hands, you have to be in shape. And I'm not talking about military guys. Lundos, you get a pass. Because we know that you're messed up in the head from seeing battle or whatever. You think that people are out to get you. Which may be true, but I'm not going into that world. I'm going to stick to the sport fighting, and I'm going to make it even more of a sport. I'm going to make it into as much of a pillow fight as possible. I'm going to take as much of the violence out of fighting as humanly possible and still call it fighting. I want to be as fake as it gets. Not as real as it gets like the UFC, as fake as it gets. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for motivating me to come on. I am going to go to sleep now. He was a Marine. And let's just check here. 2,749. We're almost at 250 view hours left. We're going to hit it. The last real big dummy. Hey, I'd like to be real big. Right now, I'm not. Right now, I'm a small underground piece of shit dummy. If I can become a big dummy, be great. Be like Jake Paul. The last real big fake dummy. So do we need to see this? What is this? Israeli officials notified the U.S. on Thursday that they plan to launch a strike in the next 24 to 48 hours. Reports of strikes on sites belonging to Syrian army. Syrian reports on Friday morning indicated airstrikes also targeted strikes belonging to Syrian army in the Azal, Suwaida, and Daraa governorates. Sorry, we already went over that. Let's watch this and then call it a night. Holy shit! That scared the fuck out of me. Oh, well, there was something. I was like, wait, is there video? What the hell? Is this a video? What is that? What are we watching? Oh, it's an airstrike. I got it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that was a great video. How about this? Is more of the same? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got something. We got some lights, at least. Thought there was.
پدافنده کار میکنه پدافنده هوایی داره کار میکنه
Coming to get you, Londos. That's what he
به
said.
شرق اصفهان
Oh, oh, oh. What are we looking at? Alright, I'm done. Thank you.